Hi guys and welcome back. My name is Callie and today we'll be talking about controlling and manipulative behaviors. So do you feel like you have someone around you or in a relationship with someone that you feel like is controlling your life? You're trying to be with them, you're trying to change, you're trying just to be you, right? And you want to be with them too. However, there's so many things that they're trying to control you, trying to possess you, trying to, change you to a certain way, and you're not too sure if you really want to go there. But stay tuned with me because I've got tips for you to identify if this person is a controlling and manipulative person. I have first-hand experience about controlling and manipulative people around you because I recognize the signs now after being around people like this for so many times. So let me get right into it. So first of all, what is controlling and manipulative behaviors, right? These people are very self-centered and immature at times, and they always have an idea of how things should be, and this is the way that it should go. However, when it doesn't go the way they want, this is when they can get really narky, get really mean and really nasty very quick because they want you to be a certain way, they believe this is how it's going to go, and you know what? Sometimes it doesn't go like that, right? And that may not be you as well. So let's get into the first tip. So tip number one, this is the part when they start isolating you and your friends and family, right? And they want to know where you're going, they want to know what you're doing, they want to know exactly where you are at all times because they want to control you and want to make sure they are aware of where you're whereabouts all the time. And the thing is, they will slowly start to make remarks about, oh, why do you always see that person all the time? Or why do you keep talking to that person all the time? And slowly and surely, they will still try to isolate you from these people and saying you shouldn't be talking to that person so much. I don't like it when you do that, and disconnect you from all your support and resources. And eventually they want you to be dependent on themselves. So when anything happens, you've got no one to run to but them. And pretty much you cut off all your support systems and now you're really stuck with them and they are your support system. So tip number two, these people will start to make threats to you, to your friends, and even to your family. So you better be careful about these things because they'll start cutting you off for privileges, they'll start making remarks and cutting you off from your children when you do have children, and certain privileges that they think that you're entitled to and cut you all off to it, right? So the thing about this is they're trying to guilt trip you, they try to, hurt you. So the fact that you'll stay or don't do something that they don't like. And the thing is, this is not because you fear them, this is the fact that you fear that they may hurt you, hurt themselves, or even hurt your family. So you better be careful about these things, and if you sense a sign that these people could potentially be controlling or manipulative or trying to threaten you, or even threats about hurting themselves, this is a big sign that these people can actually be controlling and manipulative. And tip number three kind of continues on with the last one, right? So after they threaten you, or they're trying to hurt you, or they're trying to do something, out of the norm, and you feel guilty and you feel bad, right? Then they'll start showering you with gifts and they'll start giving you presents and trying to treat you really nice and really well. So trying to understand or trying to cover what they've just done. But the fact is, it's not okay. It's not okay for them to treat you like that. And the fact is, you get really confused of what's really happening, and do they still love you, or they're trying to just play with you, are they just trying to control you, what are these people trying to do? Because you're so confused, because one time they're like this, next thing they're like this. So that's something you need to really understand and find this as a sign. If they do two things, they're threatening you and they're threatening your friends, making you feel guilty, and next thing you know, they're giving you gifts and making you stay and telling you how much they love you. Oh, this is a sign that they can be controlling and manipulative. And this brings me to the next tip. So controlling and manipulative people actually don't apologize and admit they made a mistake. And the reason for this is they want to always feel in power, they want to feel like they're in control. But the fact is, there's always different ways to do things, right? It's not always that one way, that one method, or that one strategy. There's always a different way. However, to them, their way is always right, their methods are always right, and this way is the way, and there is no other way. And that builds their confidence, and that fixes up how scared or feared or how anxious they feel when they feel like they're in control and that they're always right. But the fact is, they are not always right. And the fact is, also, there's so many different other ways, and your way may be right and may be the right alternative. To them, nope. Nope, 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 nope. You are wrong, they are right, and that's how they're trying to control the situation. So keep in mind, these people can be around you, especially in projects or in a relationship or in your family, trying to control the situation and never agree or always seem to be disagreeing to what you're trying to do, because they're trying to say that their methods are right and it's the only way. So tip number 6, these people actually have a really short temper. So if you ever defy them, if you ever go against them, boom, these people would snap and their temper would change. And it doesn't matter if you're in a group of people, if it's one-to-one, you're going to be in front of a firing line, right? They're going to belittle you, they're going to tell you off, they're going to tell you how stupid you are and how, you have gone against them. And the fact is, because you're in front of a group of people, they don't really care, and they'll tell you and make you feel how little you are, how guilty, and how bad you have been. So when you are in this kind of situation, recognize these people are controlling. And even if you request them to be a certain way, even if you request them, hey, can we do it privately, even if you request them, they don't care, right? To them, they want you to feel as small as possible. They want you to feel little, and they want to control you. And you know what? You have to defy them, and in their mind, you're not listening to them, and you hurt their ego, you hurt their temper, you hurt their emotions, and you know what? They're going to go off at you. So be aware, because you can be in front of a firing line and not knowing what happened because you weren't aware that you had caused them to snap. And this leads me to tip number 6. And these people, controlling and manipulative people, always seem to always want to try to change you, right? You'll see signs of this. You'll see that they'll slowly ask you, hey, you should wear this. Oh, you look better in this. Oh, you should lose some weight. I've got this for you. Wear this instead. So this slowly turns into a controlling outburst where you can't do this, you do this, this is my way, you stay with this way, and your own self-confidence and self-importance, or how you want things to be, or how you have your own independence to do the things that you want to do, will slowly be diminished as these people try to move you to a direction that they want you to fit into, a box that they want you to fit into. This, how you're meant to look, how you're meant to be perceived by the population, how you're meant to be, how you're meant to act. They will try to change you so you fit into their category when it's not meant to be like that. In a relationship, or in a, friend to friend, or in a family situation, you're meant to, everybody has their own character, personalities and traits. You're meant to come together with your own uniqueness and actually bring it all together. So being in a relationship or in contact with a person that's controlling and manipulative can make you feel, really small, lack of your self-esteem, your confidence, and lack of your own personality and independence, because they start to cut off your connections, your supports, make you be a certain person that they want you to be, and how you're meant to behave, right? So starting to recognize all the signs, if they're starting to cut you off, try to make them the most important thing in your world, start to cut off you with your friends, try to change you, behavior issues, short-tempered, these are signs that you need to recognize and be aware of. And if you have one of these people around you or in a relationship with these people, you need to make your mind up about should you stay or should you go. For me, I would definitely leave, knowing that, you know what, I'm not me anymore. I can't be me, and I want to be me, right? I want a person that supports me as a person. I want a person that supports me so I can be independent and love the things I do and be with me to support me with those processes. Not trying to control me, not want me to be who they want me to be, but I can actually be who I want to be. So this is a decision that you have to make. You know what? Should you stay or should you go? In my opinion, definitely a go. So stay tuned with me, because next week I'll be talking about how to find a healthy relationship and what is in a healthy relationship. So at least now you can determine, okay, what should I be doing? Should I be here or should I be here? Because, you know, there's other options out there. Finding a better person who cares about you, who loves you and supports you and move with you and grow with you to every level that you want to go to, and yet you support them as well. So that makes a loving and healthy relationship. And next week, I'll be talking about that. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and comment below and tell me, do you feel like you're in a controlling relationship? And share your opinion on that below, right? So my name is Callie. I'm from the Mind Out One, and I talk about relationships, mindset, and lifestyle balances. Yeah. So click on my description below if you haven't seen any topics about toxic relationships or about any of my other videos. I've got some links below, or check out my channel. And also I've got some freebies and goodies, all the links below, so you can click onto them and get connected with me. So for now, check out, and I'll see you next time.